Hello and welcome to Whisky.com, where fine spirits meet. And today we are trying, Rhum J.M. Gonna try two of them. And the next one, the volcanic fumée. Yes, fumée is smoky, will be in the next one. Today we are trying the VSOP. And as I've already told you, it's AOC, so they do have special rules. And one of these rules is VSOP is at least 3 years old. This one is 3 years in recharred bourbon casks and 1 year in American oak casks. Also, in terms of maturation, it is VSOP means minimum of 4 years. Yeah, that's why they have 3 and 1 year. So, 4 years. That's the one. And where was I? Yeah, I've been to the distillery. There is a distillery video, and it's scorching hot there. It has 30 degrees, 29, 31, somewhere around there, all day long, pretty much all year. I think it goes down to, 27 or something. Yeah, 27 degrees. So for all you Americans, it's about 100 Fahrenheit, maybe a little bit less, maybe a little bit more. But yeah, it's scorching hot there. And that means the rum is maturing very, very fast. So we do have a young spirit there, but with a lot of flavor from the cask. For everybody who doesn't know, there are two types of maturation. There's a nice article on Whisky.com about maturation. You have additive maturation, where you add flavors. That's the cask. You take the vanilla flavors. You take sometimes from different casks with previous spirits in them. You have whiskey casks or sherry casks and all that kind of stuff, where you get other flavors into the spirit, into the rum, and that is the additive maturation. But also you have reductive maturation. Distillation is not perfect. You don't get pure alcohol. You do get other alcohols and other light substances, and they do oxidize and become less of that spirity vodka flavor and more round like an old whiskey or old rum. And that's what happens over the years. So a rum from the Caribbean, which is scorching hot, you don't have that much reductive maturation, but a lot of additive maturation. So you might have a little bit of that spirit feeling in there. But yeah, they do have their tricks. They do have a réduction. It's a French colony. No, it's France. It still is part of France. They are an overseas département, and they do have a trick called réduction, and that is basically while they are watering down their rum in an unmatured state, they are actually oxidizing it as well with bubbling just air through it, and that gives you a bit of a boost in reductive maturation. A little bit of a trick there, and I'm not quite sure if Rhum J.M does that, but a lot of distilleries do that, and mostly for their for their white rums. So here they actually do say matured in bourbon, as I said, bourbon, and then American oak. I think American oak is here on the back. And then we have a bottling date. It's actually from January 2003. So this bottle is already about 1.5 of a year old. So quite an old bottle. It's not a molasses rum, it's a rum from sugarcane, but it is matured in or distilled in continuous still. The distillery J.M. is Jean-Marie Martin, J.M. Jean-Martin, and it was the rum factory was built in or converted in 1845 from a sugar factory that was there from 1790. And it's a bit of a remote location. So Rhum J.M. used to be kind of the odd one out because it was so far away. Probably had their own harbor to export in, what was that, I forgot the name. Yeah, but they had a harbor on the north side of the island because it was just here. Even with the car, it's 2 hours to the main city. It's Fort-de-France. Yeah. Oh, enough said. Let's try it. Oh, this is a very rum. It has that rum, raisin, vanilla, a lot of sweetness in it. This is a typical rum. No, it's not a typical like Jamaican spicy rum, but it's Easter rum. It's more of a mild vanilla, caramel, raisins, like you know from that baking experience where you have the rum flavor. That is basically that flavor in a glass. A little bit more approachable. The taste is a bit more hefty. While you have the pretty much sweetness and dried fruits in the nose, they do have a bit of a spiciness in the taste. So you realize a lot of oak in there. It has a bit of a dry touch to it as well because of the amount of oak. Yeah, and a little bit of spiciness there, but still a lot of vanilla, a lot of caramel, raisins, a little bit of dried fruits. It's really nice, but still a bit of oak and a bit of spiciness. It reminds me a lot of baking spices, a little bit of a gingerbread, a sweet gingerbread, like with the sugar coating or something like that. But it's a very nice rum, very typical rum, I would say, well made, typical rum. That is really nice. So yeah, that is the Rhum J.M VSOP, 4 years old. Don't be fooled, 4 years just for a Scotch connoisseur sounds a lot less than it actually is. It's tropical matured, so comparable to a Scotch, it would be, I don't know, 14. You have to take the number and take it. Some people say times 2.5, some people say times 5. Somewhere in between is the truth. Yeah. So have a look at Rhum J.M on Whisky.com. You will find it there, and if you're from the Netherlands or Belgium, you will find it in the shop as well. And it's around 43-ish euros. So yeah, thank you very much for watching, and see you next time.